There's only one way to do this, so I'm going to turn it around and hopefully you can see the book that I'm going to read. I'm still learning, Clara and everybody. Okay. This is Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2. Look at, where is that place? Somebody wrote on that, but look at, I see Christopher Robin swinging on his house. This is my house. And it says hollow log. Oh, who's that? And I see Winnie the Pooh is somewhere. Uh-oh, somebody colored it in. I don't think it was your daddy. In fact, this wasn't your dad's book. Anyway, Pooh. It was a sunny morning in the 100-acre wood. Pooh was spending it in his thoughtful spot, trying to concentrate. He's trying to concentrate. Think, he said to himself, but Pooh's thinking was soon interrupted. Pooh was suddenly bounced to the ground. Hello, I'm Tigger, Tigger exclaimed. T-I-double-G-R, that spells Tigger. I know, replied Pooh, you've bounced me before. That's right, you're the one who's stuffed with fluff, Tigger remembered. Well, I've got to go now. I got a lot of bouncing to do. And before Pooh knew it, Tigger was gone. Tigger bounced and bounced and bounced until he bounced right into Piglet. Tigger, you scared me, Piglet stammered. If you can see that. I did? Wondered Tigger. Why, that was just one of my little bounces. Oh, then thank you, Tigger, said Piglet. Yep, I'm saving my best bounce for old long ears, Tigger announced, and off he bounced to see Rabbit. Rabbit was enjoying a quiet morning in his garden when Tigger appeared. He bounced right on top of Rabbit, sending vegetables flying everywhere. Rabbit was very upset. Why don't you ever stop bouncing? He asked Tigger. Because that's what Tiggers do best, Tigger said happily. Then Tigger sang a little song. It explained how Tiggers are bouncy because they are made of rubber and springs. Tigger bounced all over Rabbit's garden as he sang, happy to be the only Tigger in the whole world, and off he bounced, leaving Rabbit's garden in a mess. Oh my goodness, look at that mess. Look at that. Broken pumpkin. What else do you see? Oh my goodness. Does Rabbit look happy or mad? Later that day, Rabbit told Pooh and Piglet about his plan to unbounce Tigger. We'll take him on a long explore into the woods, explained Rabbit. Then we'll lose him there. When we go back for him the next morning, he'll be sad and sorry, Tigger. It will take the bounce right out of him. Well, Rabbit's kind of a jerk. That's a splendid idea, said Piglet, but Pooh just snored. He was fast asleep on the soft chair. That's because he eats too much sugar. Piglet woke Pooh up. Then they all agreed to take Tigger on an explore the very next day. Rabbit quickly led the others to a hollow log and told them to hide inside. Tigger soon came bouncing back. Hello, he called, wondering where his friends had gone. Tigger bounced on top of the log where Rabbit and Pooh and Piglet were hiding. Hello, he cried again. No one answered. That's funny, they must be lost, Tigger said, so he bounced away to find them. As soon as Tigger was out of sight, Rabbit began leading the way home. As they walked, it seemed to Pooh and Piglet that they kept passing the same sand pit, but Rabbit insisted they were not lost. We all know somebody like Rabbit, don't we? And we all know somebody like Piglet, and we all know somebody like Pooh. A while later, they arrived at the sand pit again. We keep looking for home, but we keep finding this pit. Maybe if we look for this pit, we might find home, Pooh suggested. That makes no sense, said Rabbit. We're lost. Wait here, I'll prove it to you. So Pooh and Piglet waited and waited and waited. Pooh Pooh's tummy rumbled, and last he said, "Come, Piglet, my honey pot's at home. We're calling to my tummy." I couldn't hear them before because Rabbit was talking. Sure enough, Pooh's tummy led them home, where Tigger bounced right into them. Tigger asked Pooh where Rabbit was. "Missing in the mist," Pooh answered. "Then I'll just have to bounce him out of there," cried Tigger. Meanwhile, Rabbit was lost and afraid. He heard unfamiliar noises all around him. His imagination began to run wild. Hiss! Croak! Jump! That big old, what do you call it? Is it a worm? Caterpillar eating the leaf. And the snake is just saying hello, and the croc, well, they don't. The noises seemed to get louder, but Rabbit wasn't about to wait and find out what they were. He ran for safety and ran straight into Tigger. "Tigger," said Rabbit, "you're not lost. Tiggers never get lost. Let's go home," Tigger told Rabbit. Poor Rabbit. His plan to unbounce Tigger had not worked out very well. Tigger was still as bouncy as ever. Okay, I'm going to have to pause. I'm just going to try and... No, there is no pause. Okay, we're going to stop right there because Grandma needs to go do something. So I will put a bookmark where we left off. Let me see. We're still recording. Okay. So Tigger brought home... He ran for safety straight into Tigger. Maybe I can just read like this. Let me try that. My arms were starting to get really tired. "Tigger," said Rabbit, "you're not lost. Tiggers never get lost. Let's go home," Tigger told Rabbit. Poor Rabbit. Oh, we read that part. That's the thing, is there's a lot more. The next morning, a blanket of snow covered the 100-acre wood. Roo waited anxiously for Tigger. The little kangaroo loved spending time with his bouncy friend. "Can Tiggers climb trees?" Roo asked as they bounded through the snow. There's Roo right there. I like Roo. He's so sweet. "That's what Tiggers do best." "Only Tiggers don't climb trees, they bounce them," Tigger exclaimed. He headed straight for a tall tree and began to bounce up the branches. Tigger and Roo bounced up and up. Soon they were at the top of the tree. Roo thought it was great fun. There he is up on the tree. And it's snowy too. Tigger looked down. How did this tree get so high? This is not as easy as it looks. He began to shout, "Hello!" He hoped someone would hear and come help him. Pooh and Piglet heard Tigger's cries. "Jaguar," said Pooh. "They're a lot of fierce animals." But they got closer. The pair realized it was only Tigger and Roo. "Hello!" Pooh called. "What are you doing up there?" "I'm all right, but Tigger is stuck," Roo exclaimed cheerfully. Tigger was clinging to the tree trunk for dear life. "Get Christopher Robin," he begged. "He'll know what to do." See him? Does he look worried? But Roo's having a good time because he doesn't know. Soon Christopher Robin arrived with Rabbit and Kanga. He instructed the others to hold the side of his coat to form a little trampoline for Tigger and Roo to jump into. Should have muted my phone. I'm learning so much, Clara. And everybody. Roo jumped first. "That was fun," he squealed. Then it was Tigger's turn. "Tiggers don't jump, they bounce," he insisted. He was miserable. "If I ever get down from here, I promise never to bounce again," he said. "I heard that, Tigger," said Rabbit. Yeah, Rabbit just ain't letting it go, is he? Finally, Tigger was convinced to let go. He sailed out of the tree and landed safely among his friends. "I'm so happy I feel like bouncing," he said. Uh-oh, think he's going to bounce? "Remember, you promised," Rabbit reminded him. "You mean I can't bounce ever again?" "Never," Rabbit said, pleased to have finally unbounced Tigger. Tigger walked away sad and droopy. "I like the old bouncy Tigger best," Roo said. "So do I," said Christopher Robin. "We all do. Don't you agree, Rabbit?" asked Kanga. "Oh, all right," Rabbit said reluctantly. "I suppose I like the old Tigger better, too." Uh-oh, this page got ripped. Tigger came bouncing back. He was so happy to have his bounces back again. He got all his friends to start bouncing too, because as Tigger explained, it makes you feel just great. And even Rabbit had to admit he was right. The end. Bye.